So today is my Q&A for August. Thank you so much to everyone who has submitted questions, and I really hope you enjoy it. Hello, and the warmest welcome to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, glad to have you here. For those who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself and celebrating others. So, bag of the day today. I've worn a few bags of the day, over the past few days since I last filmed. I basically wore 3 different Les Pliages. I'll insert the photos of when I've worn the respective 3. I wore yellow, I wore pink, and I wore green. But my bag of the day today, I can hear you all about to yawn, but it is my Aspinall of London tote in Chatkill Blue. I've been using it so much. You know how I feel about it. It's a fabulous bag. Anyway, let's get into the Q&A, and I have a range of different questions to answer. I've actually not looked at any of them, so you're going to get my very honest thought. So I hope I don't need any props or anything for any of these questions, because I haven't prepared that. But I will read them out, and let's go for it. So, I have been asked, I'm not going, unless I know if the individual has kind of an Instagram that they're promoting or a YouTube, I won't reference the name. Just because from a privacy perspective, some individuals might not want their name being read out on here. So, but they will hopefully know who they are when I answer the question. So the first question is from Wild Unfiltered, and this is on Instagram, and this is, why did you start YouTube? So I started YouTube because I've always had a love of fashion, I've always had a love of design and clothing and accessories, and I guess I just wanted a space to be able to talk about it. I also didn't see a huge amount of representation for individuals such like myself, so I thought, hey, be that individual, why not? That very kind of androgynous fashion, I don't believe that fashion has a gender, but I didn't see that many individuals on social media, etc., that were talking about that. So I thought, hey, gotta start somewhere, so why not? And I've been thinking about it for a very long time. I've wanted to have a channel for a good few years, and then it was after everything that we all kind of went through with in 2020 and 2021, and it got to kind of early 2021, and I thought, if not now, when? If the past few years haven't taught us anything, it's to just, you just have to kind of grab life and go for it. And hey, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I don't think you ever regret trying something. And I certainly haven't regretted it. I've really enjoyed the journey, and I hope to continue to enjoy the journey. And I really hope that you've all enjoyed interacting with me in the same way I've loved interacting with you. So that's my thought on that one. Okay, what simple pleasures make you happy? Simple pleasures. Time with my family, time with my friends, a good meal. Love a good meal. Doesn't have to be anything particularly fancy. Love a good meal. And just an evening binge watching, TV or movies, or, my favorite kind of simple but guilty pleasure is the Real Housewives franchise. I am a huge Real Housewives fan. You probably all know this, but I absolutely love it. So that's maybe not a simple pleasure, it's a guilty pleasure. But yeah, I think just spending time with people I care about, but I am also someone who does enjoy their own company. Now more than ever. I never used to, now I do. So yeah, just chilling out, watching a TV, eating a pizza, love it. I'm here for it. Okay, Jane Church, who has a fabulous YouTube channel. Do go and check out Jane. Favorite meal to order at a restaurant and favorite drink to go with it? So my favorite cuisine is Japanese. That's my favorite cuisine. my favorite meal to order at a restaurant, my belief is I should order something at a restaurant that I couldn't buy or cook better myself. Now, it is rare for me to be able to cook anything better than anybody because I am a terrible, terrible cook. You know, I can't make toast better at home than other individuals might. But in some instances, I might be able to buy something. So that's kind of where I go with it. So funnily enough, one of my favorite meals to order at a restaurant is spaghetti bolognese. I love a good spaghetti bolognese or spaghetti carbonara. Yes, but my favorite cuisine is Japanese. My favorite drink to go with it, it depends. I love a really sweet rosé wine. I love Diet Coke. I love vodka and Diet Coke. And I also love tequila, soda and lime. So dependent on what the meal is, to be honest, if I was having sushi, I would probably drink one of the spirits that I mentioned, or Diet Coke. If I was eating the spag bowl, I'd probably go for the wine. I know it's not red wine, which you would normally pair with red meat, but I don't drink red wine, so there we go. Okay, so I was asked, if you buy a Birkin, will you opt for a discreet colour or your trademark pink? I would 100% opt for my trademark pink or a bright colour, like a bright saturated colour. So I would love a Birkin in a colour like this. I think this is quite similar to this sort of colour. It's similar to Amelia's Birkin that she's recently got. That is stunning, absolutely stunning. You know, but I would also love, you know, bright yellow or, God, if they did a rainbow Birkin, oh, that would be rather dreamy. So I think I would go for one in a very bright colour, preferably pink if I could. Now, I know what the game is. Would I likely be able to get one from store? Probably not. I probably have accepted the fact that I would need to go pre-loved for the type of Birkin I would want. It's too much money for me to accept anything except for what it is that I'm looking for. I'd rather just not have it. If they were to bring one out for me and it were to be the kind of Hermes gold with gold hardware, that would be perfection for someone, just not for me. I really wouldn't like it. I've got bags that I prefer to that particular bag for fractions of the price. So it just wouldn't be for me. So I would need something bright, bold, a little bit of a pop. Although, and this wouldn't be my first, if I had a few, I would love a white Birkin. White Birkin, silver hardware. I would really love that, but I certainly wouldn't want it as my first one. Maybe like 4 or 5. But that means you don't have to have 4 or 5, which I don't think is going to be a life I lead, but we can dream. We're manifesting. Anyway, trademark pink, that would be the answer. So Jamie J23, who I believe is James Jam on YouTube. Again, lovely individual. Go and check out the channel. What inspires you? What inspires me is I'm inspired by family, I'm inspired by friends, but I'm inspired by trying to make a difference and trying to demonstrate that there is no mold for anybody and that it is absolutely critical that the only thing you are is yourself. And it inspires me that in a strange way, it inspires me that we don't always live in a world that believes in that or that operates in that way, where we quite often see individuals trying to conform, and conformity isn't something that I naturally gravitate towards in my life. I would much rather stand out than fit in. Sometimes that can be a little challenging. I've spoken about that recently, but I just think you should only ever be yourself, your authentic self, and people will absolutely love you for it. And if you come up against resistance, that is on them, that is not on you, and it means you don't need them in your life. So I am inspired by the fact that I want to make a difference in this world, even if it's in a very, very small capacity, even if it's only in a small way. I always say, if I can make a difference in one person's life, then that's worthwhile. Or if me being the way I am inspires another person to be themselves, then that's worth it to me. And I very much appreciate the individuals over the years that have come before me who have made the world an easier place for me to live in today. So I want to be able to do the same for the generations behind me, or individuals who, let's say I interact with or that watch the channel or whatever, and they feel like they can then go out into the world and be themselves. That inspires me. People living their best life, finding true happiness and true contentment, and that will always be my inspiration. So we have a question from Tim at the wonderful Instagram Dude with Purses. He's just bought a really beautiful Chanel classic flap. It's absolutely stunning, has beautiful Birkins. Go and check out Tim's Instagram, you won't regret it. Question, what helps you to feel confident? Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it is really, really difficult. And there are times where you can exert, where you can demonstrate, where you can feel like you're portraying confidence without feeling confident. But I guess what helps me to feel confident is that I'm being me. I'm being true to myself, and that's the only thing that I should ever be. And at times where I'm feeling unsure or uncertain, that's what drives me forward, is to know that I'm being myself. And like I said in the previous question, that's all I would ever want anyone else to think. So if I'm not living that way, but I'm saying that others should, there's a complete disconnect there. I need those dots to connect. So I absolutely do pull confidence from the fact that I will only ever and want to only ever be myself, and all I would ever want for someone else is them to feel like they can be themselves. Okay, some more Instagram questions, and funnily enough, I got more comments on the picture that I decided to use for the Instagram question than I actually got questions. So I'll put the photo here just so you can see which one. I basically created it where there's somewhere near where I live where I go walking and there's a tunnel. So I took a photo in the tunnel and I was uploading it to Instagram and went to upload another photo, because you can now do that, can't you? And instead of clicking it from my camera roll, I just clicked the camera. So my face just appeared inside this tunnel. So, you know, it makes for an interesting image. But anyway, there we are. The lovely and fabulous Leslie Adina, again, a fabulous YouTuber, I will link the channel below, has asked a couple of questions actually. So, dream vacation if money were no object. Ooh. So a place that I've always wanted to visit is, I've always wanted to visit Bora Bora. Yeah, French Polynesia, I think that would be really, really beautiful. I love Dubai, but maybe going and staying at one of the like ultra high-end hotels there, because I mean pretty much every hotel there is extremely high-end, but then they have this next tier of luxury and high-end. I think just to go and experience that would be absolutely fabulous. So I would probably say one of those two, or maybe Lapland would be amazing as well. Go and see, you know, the Northern Lights and the North Pole, or yeah. I think that could be pretty cool. Okay. And then Leslie has also asked, would you consider doing YouTube full time when/if you reach a certain threshold? Okay, bless you for starting with when. So thank you for that. Thank you for manifesting that, you know, at some point that could be a threshold I could reach. Would I do it full time? I don't think so. I don't think I could do it full time. And the reason I don't think I could do it full time is because I'm not very good at the whole portfolio of it. So I really enjoy YouTube. I don't think I'm brilliant at Instagram. I'm certainly not great at TikTok. I think all of the social media platforms interlink, and if you are active and engaging on all of them, I think you will do incredibly well. You know, I look at individuals like CASSIE THORPE, for example, and she is fabulous across all platforms. And I think that really helps boost everything. I'm not great across all platforms. Maybe if I had more time, I could get better at it. But Would I do it full time? I don't think I would. I love having it as my side project. That is fantastic. Would I maybe at some point have it almost like a split where, I don't know, if in 10, 15 years time, I decided that I wanted to work part-time, maybe I wanted to work 4 days a week and then have that day extra that was maybe social media day. Potentially, I could see maybe doing that. But do I think it would be my 9 to 5 every day of the week? Maybe not, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe if I had the following and to do it, yes. Who knows? Okay, Buy the Goddamn Bag, who is another fabulous Instagrammer with a fabulous collection, has asked, are there any brands you would not purchase from even if money were no object? Yes, there are a few, and for different reasons, actually. So, a brand that doesn't inspire really anything in me is Loewe. And that's accessories and everything basically within their portfolio. Like it for other people. I know a lot of people who own Loewe pieces, they speak very highly of it. It just doesn't inspire anything in me particularly. Even the novelty pieces, I like novelty, but they just don't make my heart sing in any way, and that's what I feel luxury needs to do. Even practical luxury, I think you still need to love it for a reason, because otherwise, you know, you can buy practical items for a fraction of the cost. So Loewe's one. And one that pains me a bit because it is very much my aesthetic. I have purchased from them before, years and years ago, but it is so my style, but I just don't align with the brand values in terms of some of the steps or missteps, should we say, that they have made over the years. And that is Dolce & Gabbana. Now, you just have to read online and you'll get a sense of what I'm referring to. I just don't align with, I know some of it is the founders of the brand. I just don't align with their thoughts on certain topics. And for me, I have to align with the brand, not just love the pieces that they create. I have to feel like my money is going towards a brand that stands for things that I stand for, has similar views to myself. I don't want to allow a brand to profit off of me if I don't believe in what they stand for. Now, also, let me just say, everyone's allowed to make mistakes. I believe in redemption. I believe in being able to apologize and move forward. I absolutely do. Some brands just make more mistakes than others. And I'll leave it at that. The fabulous Steph from Handbag Holic, an amazing UK-based YouTuber. And also someone who's very good on Instagram, and where I was talking about how you connect all of the platforms. Steph is fantastic at doing that. How do you find time doing YouTube and your full-time job? It's not always easy, and I do work a fair few hours, so it isn't always easy. To be honest, I tend to do a lot of filming, kind of, let's say I'll just get home, because I try and film in natural daylight wherever I can, so I will maybe film just when I get home, but I might have been thinking about the video at, 4 a.m. I have quite a weird sleep pattern, so I might have been thinking about it late or early, and then I'll just do the filming. But I also don't overthink things. I don't spend too much time planning the video. I like to just speak somewhat off the cuff, and just try and give as authentic a experience as I can. And I do my editing on my phone. I don't use a laptop to do my editing. I do my editing on my phone, and I will quite often do it when I'm doing something else. So for example, I might be walking on the treadmill at the gym, editing on my phone. When I'm walking to meet someone 10 minutes down the road, I'll quickly do some editing on my phone. So I try to find those pockets of time wherever I can. And I benefit from the fact that when I'm home, that is just my time. I don't have any other priorities other than myself to be thinking about. So that's a benefit in terms of my life. for me when it comes to being able to fit in other things, because outside of work, I really have no other priorities. I mean, I have my home and I have to do all of that stuff, but actually, unless I'm seeing people or I give someone a call on the phone, my time is mine, and doesn't have to be split in any other way. So I'm fortunate in that sense. That's the wrong word, but because that's a benefit to me, I guess, in terms of time availability. However, you know, it might be nice to have someone in my life that consumed a little bit more of my time. So, you know, it depends on which way you want to slice it. So people might look at me and think, oh, you're lucky you've got more time, and I might look at them and think, well, you're lucky because you've got a partner and I don't. So there we go. It swings and roundabouts, should we say, but that's how I do it. Okay, the glitzy housewife has said, I need that white and that pink Longchamp Les Pliage bags you have. You are referring to these two beauties, my green collection and my club. They are fabulous. I could see why you would want them. I absolutely love them, which unfortunately means that they are staying with me. But they are beautiful, beautiful items. The Les Pliage is a fabulous collection. And I think you can just use them in so many different ways. I use them casually, I've used them more formally, I've used them for nights out. I used my green one for a night out this weekend. So yeah, it's a great range and well worth looking into. Even if you have a collection of Hermes and Chanel bags, I think Longchamp is still worth looking at as a brand. I really don't think you'd be disappointed. I don't really know many people that have had consistently poor experiences, and I say that because I myself had a not so great experience. I know a few people who have had maybe one-off not so great experiences. I don't know anyone who has had consistently poor customer service, consistently poor quality. It's a brand that's well worth looking into. And I have been asked, are you single? I referenced that in the question that Steph asks. Yes, I am currently single, so we'll see if that changes. I am open to it changing. I would like that. I'm not someone who's been particularly lucky in love. I just always seem to be in the wrong thing, always seem to have feelings for the wrong person. Like, it just doesn't ever particularly work out for me. However, I am 27 years old. I have time to find love, whether that be in 6 months' time or 6 years' time. I'm open to it whenever it finds me. So I'm just living my life the best way I can. Plus, I think it will take quite a brave individual to take me on. I'm a lot of work, so, and I'm very me. So if someone's not prepared for that, they're not gonna love me.